Hey guys, good morning. I'm vlogging to you today from my car because I'm actually on my way home to the province today, and I have been driving since around like 5:30 in the morning, and I am now in line to bring my car into the RoRo, which is that. So I usually ride this big ginormous RoRo to the island of Marinduque, and I'm so excited. And the main reason why I'm on my way home right now is because my schedule actually freed up. I really wasn't expecting that to happen because my original plan to go to Marinduque was not going to happen in like 5 days or 6 days, so I'm just a few days early, which is not so bad, and I'm grateful that I'm able to do this because it's actually the election season here, so I really need to get there because I'm registered to vote in Marinduque. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to wait until I'm able to bring my car into the RoRo, and then I'm going to show you guys around the boat, and I'm going to show you some scenic shots from the boat itself. Alright, so I'm now parked inside the RoRo, and I just want to show you guys how tight the parking space is here. And I do have to say, this is actually where I learned how to park. So there's a car in front of me. So that car, I'm not going to show you his plate number, and I'm just going to zoom over. So there's another car there, and there's a car beside me, and that parking space is very, very tight. So this is where I actually honed my parking skills, and I can park backwards, I can park sideways, I can park with somebody just telling me how to park. I don't need to look at the mirrors. Like, you know, I trust the guys who actually park me in this spot. So I'm gonna be on the boat for maybe 2 hours and a half, 3, depending on the weather situation. And I like my parking spot at the moment because, you know, when you're riding on a RoRo, there are some parts of the boat where it's exposed to the sun, and I'm so glad that I'm here inside where there's actually a roof on top, because it's not going to be so hot, because it's around 10:15 in the morning now, and we're scheduled to depart by 10:30. So that means we're going to be traveling on open sea way beyond noon, so it's gonna be very, very hot. So okay, I'm gonna fix my stuff now here in the car, and then I'm going to find a spot upstairs where I can actually work while the boat is on its way to the island of Marinduque. back in my car, and I don't know if you can hear it, but the engine is actually roaring quite loud, and the RoRo is already at the port, so we are always advised to go straight to the car because the captain always makes all of the trucks and the cars go out first before the people do. So I'm gonna let you guys go, and maybe a little bit later, if the sun will come out for sunset, let's have sunset views together. I'm crossing my fingers for that because I can see some clouds in this part of the island. So I'll see you guys later, okay? Hi, good afternoon. I've already rested from my trip, and I think we're going to have a nice glorious sunset today. That's why I want to show you guys this. And look at that, you guys. How beautiful is that? Hi everyone, so it's the next day now that I'm picking up from where I last left you, and the main reason why is because we actually have friends over. They left this morning, so they've actually been wanting to come here for quite some time, and then when the pandemic happened, their visit got canceled, and then it got further delayed when the surges happened. So I'm just glad that I was able to spend some time with them because they're very close to my heart. And what I'm actually planning to do this afternoon is I'm now in, this is like our office setup here. My partner and I share this table here, so I'm gonna set this up a bit later, and those are some of the pictures from his relatives. Hi, I'm in the mirror. So what I'm going to do is, oh, by the way, I went to IKEA here and I bought that lamp for this room because Cholo needed some light here. So I have one more lamp there, and I have two more there that we're going to set up somewhere else in the house. So while I'm actually setting up my stuff here on the table, I'm going to tell you about some things that I did today. So I'm going to insert like some B-rolls here because I actually had a foot spa at a small little spa here, like close to a kilometer away from the house. And I'm so glad that I was able to find a spa here, which was actually quite surprising because this is a very, very small municipality here. So 10 years ago, these kinds of things were not really available here. So yeah, I'm so glad. So I went there. So I had a foot scrub, and it was a very small spa, and I like those kinds of things because it just it's one way of helping the people around the community to find work and to find a job. So I'm really glad about that, and I love these quaint little things. So, but anyway, so when I went there, it was a very nice reddish pink building, and they were very attentive to me, and I actually signed in for contact tracing, and when they also asked if I was fully vaccinated, things like that, so which I was anyway. So that's also great. And so when I was about to enter the building, they told me to remove my shoes and change in their slippers. So I actually did that. And then when I went inside, it's so cute. It's not fancy. It's nothing fancy at all, which I actually like because sometimes when I'm entering into a very fancy kind of an establishment, I get uncomfortable. But with this, it was very comfortable for me because it was a straightforward getaway. There was chairs here on the side where I eventually sat down, and one thing that I enjoyed about it was that the owner actually she's Filipina, but she was able to marry a Japanese man. And it was so cute because there were like kimonos hanging on their walls as a decoration. And there was also like two yukata. So there were like cotton kimonos that were also hanging on the windows that served as curtains. So that was very, very cute. I really love that. And ooh, I think I left my wireless keyboard in my home in Metro Manila, but that's fine. I can deal with that. But anyway, so yeah, so I had a foot spa. So they scrubbed my foot, which I was so happy about because my foot needed some tender loving and care. And they had like a very nice, like, menthol foot spa, like a menthol foot scrub, sorry. And it wasn't as mentally as I thought that it was going to be, but it wasn't bad at all, because sometimes if, like, you're using a menthol scrub, and it can get uncomfortable when it gets too cool on the feet. But I also like that after the scrub and after they actually buffed out my dead skin cells, they also like massage my foot a bit, so that was actually very great. Their massage is actually very great. And while my spa personnel was actually like massaging my foot, and like, well, I actually also had a pedicure after, because my toes needed some tender loving care, and I was actually thinking of getting myself some manicure, but I decided not to, because when I am here, I'm also doing some household chores. So it will be like, put to waste if I've had a manicure, especially if that I'm planning to do the laundry a little bit later in the week. So maybe before I go back home to Manila, I might do that. But so I digress. While she was massaging my foot, she actually gave me the menu, and I perused through their services, and they have a lot of like different types of massages that I can avail. So I was very intrigued by that. So I think I'm gonna have a massage maybe a few days before before I'm scheduled to go home to Manila, and I might get a stone massage. So I'm quite excited about that. So yeah, so that's what I did the entire afternoon, and I actually wanted to rearrange my stuff here early this afternoon, but I wasn't able to do it because Cholo actually had classes here, because Cholo has been teaching online throughout the pandemic. So that's why I decided to get a foot massage. And so yeah. Oh, by the way, something arrived in Manila right before I left, the day before I left. So these are actually brushes from Hakuhodo that I ordered from Foodie Japan. So please hang around for that video. It's going to be coming. We will unbox this together, and we will talk about each brush that is inside here. I'm so excited. So so that's it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to finish setting up here, because I think it's quite difficult for me to talk to you guys while I'm doing this. And I'm going to get back with you maybe tomorrow morning, because I'm planning to bake some banana cake. So let's do that together, okay? Hey guys, so I'm going to be making some banana bread today, because I have some overripe bananas here which I have already been mashing. So it's one of the things that I like to bake, especially when I'm here, because my partner actually loves my banana bread, and also some of my friends. When I visit them, like when I go to their homes, like if I visit like a good friend in California or in New York or in like London, they always ask me to make banana bread for them. Now The only difference that I've noticed is that the bananas are, it's a different species from what I'm used to use here. And I really don't know what's the English counterpart for the bananas that I use here in the Philippines, but my favorite banana to use is the Lakatan banana, which is now all mashed. And it's important that the banana that you're using is overripe because one, it's going to be sweeter, and second, it's going to be very easy to mash. And I actually use like a potato masher to bring the consistency of the banana into this form. Now, based on the recipe that I've been like following for the past 10 years, you need 2 1/3 cup of mashed bananas. But usually what I do is that it depends on how many bananas I have here in the house, which is overripe. So it's usually around like 6 pieces. And if I want to have a moist banana bread, I use 8 pieces of overripe bananas. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just smashing the butter here on the pan. Like, I've kept this out now for like 30 minutes just so that it softens. It's gonna be very easy for you to mix everything when the butter has actually melted in room temperature. Now, by the way, I did not study baking. I just followed recipes when I was younger, and sometimes the things that I bake fails, sometimes it doesn't. But for sure, my banana bread is fail-safe. It's very, very easy. Okay, so I'm quite happy now with the consistency of the butter, and then I'm just gonna add some sugar here. Now, don't worry, I'm gonna put the recipe down on the description box so that you guys can follow it if you so desire. Okay, next what I'm going to do is I'm gonna add some eggs. So these are eggs, 2 pieces actually, and I'm just gonna mix it into the batter so this becomes more liquidy. Yeah, so I've been here now in my home in the province since Sundays, and I've been quite busy actually, like doing some household chores, things like that. Now, although I live close to the water, I don't really go swimming much, unlike my partner. Maybe I could say the reason why is because I actually lost my hair now, so I can't really tolerate swimming in the sea for an extended period of time, and I actually prefer to swim when it's very, very balmy and humid. And I would have loved to go swimming today because it's very balmy and very humid, but it's important that I make this right now because the bananas have been overripe, and it would be such a waste if I just throw them in the bin. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the banana into the butter and sugar mixture. And I'm still gonna mix them together. Okay, so I'm quite happy with that. Now, this recipe is very simple actually, and you can spice it up if you want to. You can add nuts if you're not allergic to nuts. Some of my friends actually add dried cranberries, dried fruits to it. So it's actually a very versatile recipe. You can actually create your own version of banana bread basing on how you like your pastries. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2 cups of bread flour. So I prefer actually to use bread flour, but you can actually use all-purpose flour. And I think you guys have seen me while I was preparing earlier that it was in a plastic. So I actually bought this bread flour from the bakery at the street corner here. So I always love using their flour. Okay, and I'm just going to mix everything. But before that, I'm going to add the baking soda and the salt. Alright, so I'm happy with how the batter turned out. By the looks of it, I'm sure that my banana bread is going to be moist today. So let me just change position here. And I don't know if you can hear Cholo, but Cholo is busy teaching right now. So I'm hoping that by the time he finishes class, the banana bread is going to be bake so that he has something to munch on over coffee this afternoon. Alright, so let me just move it here. So what I have here is a bread pan. Off camera, I actually added some butter on the bottom of the pan and I sprinkled it with brown sugar because this just like creates a very nice base of the bread, and it just adds to the sweetness because the sugar content of this banana bread is not too high, and I don't use white sugar or washed sugar, but I actually use brown sugar, so it's not super sweet, and I really like that because we have to be careful with our sugar content in our body. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour the batter into the pan. Hang on, let me change the angle. Alright. I wanted to do this morning, but there was just too much activity here on the kitchen. Preparing for lunch and also for dinner. So I was only able to do it this afternoon. And so what I actually did for the rest of the morning is I actually did the laundry again. I love doing the laundry, by the way. It's my thing. Let me just scrape everything here. Alright, and now I'm just going to spread the batter all over the pan. Just so that it rises evenly. Well, it doesn't really rise evenly. But it's just part of the process, and I really love to do it. Then next, what I do is I actually put the bread pan into a baking pan. Okay, and I insert it into the oven, and I let it cook for bake for 20-30 minutes, and we're done. Here it is, guys. My banana bread is baked. What can you say, Baba?
Good, nice, looks good.
Cholo's in the camera. Alright, so I'm gonna put it here on the table, and we will share this with a cup of coffee in a bit. Alright, and that's it for this vlog. So I hope that you guys enjoyed everything that I showed you, me coming here and me spending some time here. Now, please do expect my Hakuhodo unboxing. I'm looking forward to that, so please hang around, okay? Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Bye!